Hi, Milou here. I just came back from 5 months in St. Petersburg, Russia about a week ago, and I've just been home, kind of, beginning to process everything that I've gone through and starting to think about what I want to do for the next 1.5 years of college and ultimately what I want to do for the rest of my life. I think, first of all, my program that I was at was fantastic. It's called the Bard Smolny program, and I think I just feel like I've improved my Russian so much. I remember I would go on a tour in the beginning of the program and not understand anything. And by the end of the program, we would go on tours and I would actually be able to understand a lot and pretty much everything actually. And it was really, really empowering for me to be able to really tangibly feel that progress that much. And it gave me so much confidence to, continue learning Russian because, I'm by no means like totally fluent. I have so much more to learn, so much more to experience and discover with Russian. But this program definitely gave me the confidence to continue growing in growing in my learning of this beautiful language, and continuing my love of Russia and Russian culture. So that was really, really cool. And I just think there are so many things from Russia that I want to take back with me. I love the idea, for example, of wearing slippers in the house. I really like the idea of the sit down before you go on a large journey. It's customary for everyone to, all sit down together and just kind of meditate and think about the big journey ahead. And I also love how in conversations, Russians, they don't beat around the bush. They just kind of they're very straightforward. And there's really no small talk. And I think because of that, I have had some absolutely incredible mind-opening conversations with sometimes completely random strangers or acquaintances. And that has just been probably one of my favorite things. I'm just remembering when I was at a gathering of Russian and American students, kind of before, like in the last weeks, and I ended up in a kitchen talking about urban elitism in Russia and in the United States with like these three random Russian guys. And it was such an interesting conversation and, such an important conversation to have. And I was so happy that I could have this conversation in Russian and that we were having this conversation like in the first place. And so that was really, really cool. And I definitely want to bring that kind of, I don't know, that depth to my everyday interactions, back in the USA. I also think, looking back on my favorite memories, like I really loved going to concerts, and I went to the ballet, the theater, orchestra concerts, solo recitals, opera. I went to everything and I loved it. St. Petersburg is the cultural capital of Russia, and you definitely feel people's love and excitement and passion for the arts. And it's definitely not an elitist thing. I think people, grow up loving to go to the ballet or loving to listen to classical music or going to an art museum. And people really, they really know their art and their culture really well. And it's really exciting to be in that kind of, to be in an audience where the energy is so positive and so just full of love for performances and for art. And that's just been really, really special for me. And I also got to meet my classical piano hero, Yevgeny Kissin, which was really, really cool. So, yeah, that definitely goes up there as some of my favorite things that I've done in Russia. And I guess looking back, I guess I don't think I've changed that much as a person. Like, I'm still me. I'm still Milou, but I definitely think I have a lot more confidence and I'm a lot more flexible, and I'm not as much of a perfectionist anymore. I think that I definitely learned that I can make mistakes and do really, really embarrassing things and come out of it and still be me. And I think that's, a lesson I think everyone needs to learn. And everyone learns, hopefully sometime in their life. And for me, it came through Russia, and I'm really, really happy with that because I think, it gives you a lot of confidence in yourself to know that, you know, you can you can survive a crazy experience and still come out yourself. And I guess also just being in Russia gave me a lot of ideas that my life, doesn't have to be this linear path. I think my life up until now, when I think back to it, like, all grade school, elementary, and middle and high school, my goal was to go to college, and then like in college you want to get a good internship so you can like find a good job or go to a good grad school. Like there were just so many goals in my life, and my life, yeah, felt like a series of goals. And going to Russia was kind of like taking a detour, taking a side trip. But I think that was really good for me to see that there are possibilities outside of my goals. And I think that's important because, I think it's good to have goals and good to push yourself and have dreams. But I think it's also, sometimes having a goal or having a very clearly defined path can be really narrowing for you. And sometimes it's really nice, or it was really nice for me, to step away from my path, step away from, you know, my immediate goals and just kind of experience life and be open to adventure, be open to new things, open to change, open to, going different directions than and seeing possibilities that I've never seen before. And I think studies abroad really showed me that as a person, I think I really thrive in situations that are new and unfamiliar, where I'm kind of having to improvise and think on my toes, and that are a little kind of like lots of that are in stressful situations. I think I do really well in those situations. And I think study abroad has really given me the confidence to pursue those situations and to know that I can, go through something really stressful or really embarrassing and come out of it, not just surviving, but also like really happy and really empowered. And so study abroad has really given me that kind of confidence to seek out opportunities beyond what I ever thought was possible. And it's shown me that living abroad is possible. Like going to a new country, going to experience a new culture, like these are all things I can do with my life. And I'm just so thankful to this experience for opening my eyes to you know the idea that there's so much out there in the world. And I'm just so thankful to FEA, to the Gilman Scholarship, and all the people who have supported me on this whole journey of study abroad, because, it's been a really beautiful journey and really challenging, really stressful, but like it's been an incredible journey. And I just hope to keep adventuring and exploring and pursuing my love for travel and being new places and learning new things. I just hope to continue all of that for the rest of my life. So thank you, and that's all for now.